Where are they?
They're probably upstairs.
They never answered the door. Oh, wait. It's Monday night.
They're on the second floor.
Hey guys, welcome back. Second floor session, coming back to you again. Got a couple topics today that you guys are really going to enjoy, I believe. First off, snow. We had some snow this go around. We had a couple 3 or 4 days of
Quite a
some
bit.
good snow.
How much did you get?
I got like 8 to 10 inches.
How far
here.
away do we live from each other?
About mileage or minutes.
Kilometers.
Kilometers. We're about 30 kilometers from each other. About 15 miles,
15 miles?
probably.
I had like 6 inches at the house.
Yeah, that's pathetic. We won't. I'll carry this. I got it. So I got 10 inches.
That's big. That's a lot.
So, anyways, we were expected to get. We were supposed to get like.
3.
Well,
1 to 3.
You've seen so many different predictions of. I watched some of them who were saying like 12 to 16, and then some of them were, our actual news station was saying anywhere from 3 to 6 inches, and then we wind up getting.
On the second one we got? You're talking about where we got all the snow? I thought
Yeah.
the first one had a bunch of big high predictions earlier in the week.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get. Yeah, that was then.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
that
second
was
one, they were only
yeah,
calling like
that's
1 to
right.
3.
Yeah, that's right.
At first, your area wasn't really calling for anything.
Yeah, and then
We were
but then
barely
they
in it.
said. Then the second one, then they said that South Monroe was.
Yeah,
going
they moved it all
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Winter storm warning.
But anyways, that I was thinking today. I don't play the lottery, but I've seen the other day where the largest lottery that was hit was like 1.6 billion. Just blows my mind. I just can't imagine. What would you do? I mean, what would you do with that kind of money? Your payout's going to be 500 or 600 million. It's crazy. I would be absolutely. First off,
What would you do? What would you do? I know what I'd do with it because
Okay.
I've got financial struggles right now.
okay. Well,
With things
of
I'm
course,
working on.
of course, I would probably, I think I would still work. I know everybody's like, "There's no way if you got that much money." I believe I would still. Probably,
I would do something, but it'd be what I want to do.
Yeah,
I know that.
but I would still be like, I'm still probably going to work. I'm still probably going to do. You're probably in my business. I'm still going to be around. I'm not going to be gone and you never see me again. But I think if I would probably, I believe I would travel a lot. Mm-hmm. But I would still be in the day to day pretty much. This probably you're a camper or you're a camper.
I wouldn't be in that camper.
No, hell, I know that, but I would have me a nice something like an RV, and I would go.
All over the United States.
Yeah,
I'd definitely
traveling. I'd even like just leave and go to Alaska, drive. I mean, it would be so cool. I would almost, and I really like the. Have you ever seen anybody do stealth camping in like? Have you ever watched people stealth camp?
No.
You had never seen that? Anyways, we need to check.
Stealth camp.
Stealth camp. So it's like if you've got a Sprinter or you've got a van or something, you actually like park at somewhere that you technically stay all night, where you don't go to like a
Campground.
campground
You're not
or
supposed
something,
to be there.
or you park on the side of the road or whatever, and you're in disguise. I always thought that'd be the coolest thing to do if I had the ability to do that. If I didn't have to work, if I didn't have to do any of that stuff, you know what I mean? Just
What's the purpose of that?
go travel the world, but it's a low cost. Like you get a van.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like pull in a rest area and stay there.
Yeah. But now if I hit the lotto, I'd have me a big motor coach, diesel pusher, and we'd be traveling.
Well, I got news for you. You don't have to do that. Let me tell you what you can do.
Oh,
You can just stop at national parks and stay there for like $20. It's super inexpensive. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to save $20 every stop, you could definitely,
Yeah.
just pull
Well,
into a
that's not
Walmart
bad.
or whatever.
But-
But yeah, you don't have to go stay $100 and something a night at a stupid campground.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But I think if I did, I've often thought of like, man, I don't play the lottery, so it's not going to happen. But if I was to ever get that sum of money, man, it would probably be. I probably wouldn't change me as a person. I don't think. I don't know. I mean, but I don't think it would.
it wouldn't change me as a person, but it would certainly change the things I do.
Well,
I'll
of
tell you that.
course, absolutely. But I think that. I mean,
I'd go ahead and-
everybody would say, yeah, they're going to say like he's full of crap. But I mean, of course, I'd pay all my debt.
Yeah.
Probably get me a little bit bigger house. Nothing.
Would you move?
Yeah, I'd move.
No, I mean move from here.
No, absolutely not. I'd stay in East Tennessee.
There's no better place.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
I would go ahead and build my house that I'm working on now. I'm gonna tell you what I'd do. I'd build my house.
Okay.
I'd get that done, squared away, and have all that the way I want it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I would kind of take a step back and see where I'm at. Now I'd say, what do I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely am on that travel boat because
Mm-hmm.
one thing I would do is I'd go to France, and I
Mm-hmm.
would go do that Band of Brothers tour. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. It's not that bad. It's like $3,000-$4,000 to go do it. Plus your plane tickets though.
Band of Brothers. Tell them what that is exactly.
HBO original series Band of Brothers. It's about the Screaming Eagles during World War II. It's an airborne division that stormed the beaches of Normandy. Actually, paratroopers, they dropped in and they were, all alone and got linked back up to their groups. And they fought in the Battle of the Bulge and the Foxholes in Bastogne, Germany. They were the first ones I think they liberated the very first concentration camp. And then they also stormed the Eagle's Nest at the end in the Swiss Alps, Hitler's Eagle's Nest. But you go to all those places,
Yes.
and that's what I wanted. I would definitely do that because that's on my bucket list of what I want to do. I'd probably play a whole lot more golf
Yeah.
because I love it and I don't go enough now. So I would definitely do that. That would be on there, and I don't know what I'd do as far as. I feel like the house I'm building is what I want, so
Yeah.
I think I'd be kind of content with that. I would probably try to buy more real estate. Honestly, is what I would do.
Well, I mean, if you've got a half a, you got $500 billion. I mean, there ain't much you're gonna have to do.
Yeah, but I would try to. I mean, I would 100% reinvest that, whether it be, try to make money from a stock market
Well,
point of view,
absolutely.
or
Yeah.
investments, CDs.
Yeah,
but I think I would do commercial real estate. I think I'd start
So-
buying commercial real estate
Yeah. So you could.
because that pays back big.
Oh yeah. Commercial.
But I think that's what I would do with it.
Yeah.
In the moment, somebody held a gun in my head right now. What are you gonna do with it? That's what I'd tell you.
Yeah.
So
I think as much as both of us have worked, I think we'd probably go on a little.
vacation.
Yeah. I believe we would. We work all the time, so. But my thought is like going and traveling, taking the family, and just leaving for like 2-3 months and just hiatus, not see me. Then come, he'd be back in the picture. I'd be back in the swing of things, but of course it would be different. I would pay somebody to do what I do, and but I think like would you buy like vehicles and stuff? Would it be something, or are you content with what you have now? I mean, would it be? I mean, if they were,
I'd definitely buy my wife a new vehicle. I mean, she has a newer vehicle anyway, but we'd probably go ahead. Like I've always settled rather than getting what I'd prefer to have because I'm thinking logically here. We need something bigger, third row, but I don't want to buy something like a Tahoe or something with a V8 in it. You know, I'd probably go out and just buy what I wanted there for her.
Right.
You know, because money's no issue now. And I mean, I'm fine with what I got for now. I mean, I may go buy a new vehicle one day, but I mean, I'm pretty good. I know you would. You've got older vehicles.
Everything.
I think
I've got everything.
there's something to be said whenever you hold on to your vehicles as long as me and you have. And when you get like my 2017 Dually that I got, it's like a spaceship compared to what I was used to. It's like a luxury.
Oh yeah.
Such a luxury to have, you know, and it's almost 10 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, especially when you get those amenities in a vehicle, it's like, it's nice.
Yeah.
Heated, air conditioned seats,
Yeah,
heated
it's
steering
nice.
wheel, auto start, all the good stuff.
yeah.
But
So yeah, I probably would buy. I wouldn't right off the bat though. I mean, if I was to hook my camper to a vehicle and take off all across the United States with no time limit and want to see everything, yeah, I'm probably going to buy a new vehicle to do that.
I
with.
honestly would
Because I can.
probably. It sounds really like bougie, but I believe I would hire somebody to drive for me.
Oh, yeah, that's bougie. Yeah, that's bougie.
I'd hire somebody to drive for me.
Heck, you hit the lottery, I'll drive for you. I'll drive for you.
Oh man,
Yeah.
because I don't mind driving, but I mind driving. Like I can drive. I drove for 10 years. I drove almost 100 miles a day back and forth to work.
Yeah, it's too much.
And you know that there, I'm sure people's out there does a lot more than that, per day. But I'm like, I can jump on 40 and cruise it, and be fine for 8-10 hours. But I don't. If I've got any sort of somebody I could pay, oh man, you guarantee I'll be back there snoozing on the bed.
You wouldn't want me to drive for you. You can ask Megan. We'll.
I don't care.
We'll get ready to go on vacation. Like we're gonna go to the beach, and you're always pumped to go, and then it sucks to come home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You sort of look forward to the drive going, and you dread the drive coming home. Is the way it is. So here I am. Let's get up at 4 o'clock and leave and go. Raring and ready. Here we go. I'm Chattanooga. You guys drive. I can't make it. I'm like Chattanooga. I can't go no further. Yeah. So you don't want to. And after I snooze a little bit, maybe get an energy drink in me, I'm back at it. But
Oh shoot.
but then again, I've went on them trips and drive all the way, both ways, and not had a problem. But man, sometimes I may have to go back there and use that bed, and you may have to come up here and drive. You probably don't want me as a driver.
Oh gosh.
I'd hire 2 drivers just so that don't happen.
I would definitely. I'd get a car or something. Get my wife another vehicle and myself one. I've got the newest thing I've got is a 2002.
Yeah.
So now my wife's got a nice car. She's got a 22 model, but yeah, it is the newest car I have ever had, other than my Porsche I had. That Porsche was the newest thing I'd ever had.
Well, me too. Well, mine's 2000.
It was
My
a 2000. That was a 2010 Porsche I had.
Yeah.
So
Boy, that thing was nice for a 2010.
it was super clean. Yeah. But I would imagine I would have to buy some sort of fast car. I mean, it's for me. I know you're different than I am. But
No, I may.
I'll have to have
I'd
me a
definitely
fast
have me
car.
a nice side by side's what I'd have.
Yeah, see, it doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
I don't, but
I'd probably have some kind of muscle car too, though. Some kind of nice fast car. I mean, but like I said, that's the whole. I'd step back and kind of see where
you know
I'm
what?
at.
When I had that car, it sounds kind of bad, but I felt like, not that I was invincible, but if you've ever had a fast vehicle and you've had a fast truck, your truck was quick, but it wasn't this kind of quick, but it was still a fast car. A fast truck. But when you drive around, you get this in your head, like, 80% of these, 85 to 90%, there's nothing on the road right now can touch me. My car almost creeps on 200. It'll do 196 is what it's what it clocks at.
Well, and tell the camera what that was.
No, it was a Porsche Panamera Turbo, 550 horse, which doesn't sound like a lot, but Porsche does it different. 550, you're like, well, that's not a whole lot, but 550 on a Porsche or a AMG or anything, just they can make 600 horse outrun something that may have 800 horse, you know. But that car, when I drove it, I felt like, you know, there ain't much out here can outrun me.
You know what I'd have on my mind?
I would go around. Listen, I would go around. I used to call it fishing. And I'd go out and I'd go out and post up at, you know, a gas station. I mean, I'm 30-something years old. I don't need to be doing this crap, you know. But I'd go post up at a gas station and I'd just sit there and wait. If it's a motorcycle or if it was a rocket, you know, or a souped up little
pull out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, you're different than me. I wouldn't do that.
Well, it's just the way it was. So I would call that fishing. I'd leave like on a Friday.
Would they buy it every time?
Well, it depends on you. Got to pick the right car. I mean, you can't just roll up on something that's all slam down or looks fast or whatever. They're ready to rip. They're ready. They're waiting too. They want to go fishing too.
Yeah. Okay.
But when you get into that stuff, then you find out, like, you start meeting people that have just as fast or faster cars. You find out really quick. You're like, boy, I ain't the alpha no more. I'm the little guy.
Yeah.
You know, where these cars were going. You know, I was running everything around the town, beating everything you come across. And then you go to these drag tracks and stuff, and then you're like, boy, I'm slow.
Yeah.
You know, you get a really, you know, CTSV with 950 horses rolls up beside you at the drag strip. And you're like, well, I got all-wheel drive, you know, and he don't. He's rear-wheel drive, but he's got big slicks on the back of it, and you know,
he don't need all-wheel drive.
No.
He's hooking up and going.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like one of those things. It was like, okay, I'm gonna get him. I think I can do it. You know, you got to think you.
You remember when we went to 411, right? And we was running our trucks.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Speaking of drag racing, so when's the last time you was up at NHRA at Bristol? Surely to goodness, I've told you.
No, it was me.
Story.
It was me. It was me and you. Was it me, you, and David went? Did you go? Did we all go together?
Did we stop at Shoney's and eat on the way? No, it was Ward that was with me. After that.
No, I think
I've been up there with you before.
I was with Dave. How did we get tickets?
It would have been me, probably.
Did you give us tickets?
I probably would have gotten them from Fisher.
I think you gave us tickets. Dave is the funniest thing to go to the track strip with.
Oh, I've been to the drag strip with. Have I ever told you? This is where I was going with this. Have I ever told you the story about just me and him going?
Yes.
Coming home. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so bad. So me and my uncle, and he's how old's Dave? 60-something.
60.
We go to the drag strip. Now, how far are we from Bristol?
2.5, 3 hours.
3 hours. We got a 3-hour drive one way to Bristol, Tennessee. So we go on a Friday. I like going on Friday because they start at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. They start running. And you see your street mods and pro mods and time trials, mm-hmm. and then your Nitro Harleys if they're there, funny cars, rail cars. You know, you see them. You see everybody all the way from me and you going up there and signing up all the way up to the Top Fuel dragsters. Yeah. You know, the Forces are up there running and everybody else. So Schumacher, whatever. And so we go one time, and it's just me and him. And we got up super early that morning because we're trying to be there by 9 or 10, you know. So we drive up there, we eat breakfast, we go up there, and we've been baking in the sun all day. It's hot. And we're baking in the sun all day. You get to walk up and down through all the pits and watch them rebuild all the engines. But that's what I like about it. You're not fitting, you know, just these little small limited number of people, of racers, cars, into 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon, you know, mm-hmm. for the Saturday, Sunday events or whatever. Saturday's a little bit longer than Sunday. Sunday's finals, but Friday's practice runs and everything. So, and they're getting up there ripping. I mean, you know, so you get to see a whole lot more. That's why I like to go on Fridays. But so we go up on Friday, and we're there early, and we bake in the sun all day long. We're sunburned. All I've had to eat all day is a turkey leg,
Big old turkey
Yeah,
legs.
a big old turkey leg.
Big
and,
old jokers.
I don't know, probably some Dr. Peppers and some waters and stuff like that. And we're up there, and you want to wait until dark, or at least it's dark enough so you can see the flames from the top fuels when they go. So we're there till, it's getting dark at 9:30. So maybe by like 9:20 or something, it's dark enough to see that stuff, or from 9 to 9:30. And after we see so much of that, we're like, let's get out of here. We've got a 3-hour drive home. We're exhausted, So we leave. And my uncle used to drive a carrier route for like Walmart.
Photos.
Yeah, photos and drugs for
yeah.
pharmaceuticals. So he would do photos and drugs and transfer them to different Walmarts and stuff like that. So he was always up in Bristol, Elizabethton, or whatever. So we're waiting in line to get out. And the line to go back towards the interstate to go home is like forever and a day long. This lane that goes somewhere else is not. He's like, go that way, get in that lane, get in that. I'm like, well, that's the way the house. Oh, don't worry about that. You ain't got to go that way. I'll take you this way. I know all these roads. I drove up here for years. So, okay. So we go driving that way, and I drive so far, and we're going down all these different roads. And this is going to take us back to whatever, and you want to get on right here, and here we go. So we're driving, and it's like an hour later, we realize we're not going towards the house. Like he is screwed this up royally, and we drive like an hour out of the way. Okay, so now we're an hour away from Bristol,
away from the house
to get back to where we started.
Yes.
So, and by then, it's like 10:30, and so we're gonna have to turn around and go back. And I'm like, I'm starving, and we haven't ate since breakfast that morning. And I'm like, we're about to lose all hope and chances of eating anything. We're out in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, and we see this Mexican restaurant. And it's in this old, it's like built into an old Walmart. So, and you know how Walmarts are, the bathrooms in the back or whatever. They're on this corner, and they have like this, so many square foot is restaurant, and then you have a hall that goes to the back of the store to the bathroom. And I remember that hall being so dang long, and so we eat because Mexican restaurants are open up late, So we stop and eat, and we get back on the road again, and I drive an hour again, and finally I'm back to Bristol. And he would tell you I almost killed him getting back on and going underneath the exit I was on to get back on whatever interstate that is, because I'd passed the car. And he's like, well, you got to exit right here. Well, I wasn't missing another exit. I done went the wrong way so many times. So I was in my papa's old Impala, and I floored that thing and had to get all over the brakes. And it was just a backwards turn. And he's hollering, scared him. So we get back on the interstate, and I make it into Knoxville. I mean, I'm past Sevierville. I'm coming into Knoxville. I'm on that end, the Sevierville end of Knoxville. And I told him, I said, I can't make it. I'm falling asleep. I can't hold my head up. He said, oh, no problem. Pull into a gas station. So I did. I pulled in, and I remember the last thing I remember is him pulling across traffic, and we're getting kind of over on the shoulder, or we're in the turn lane to get on the on-ramp. I remembered that, and that's all I can remember. The next thing I remember is I'm sitting there asleep in the car. I'm like this over at the window in the passenger side seat, and I'm sleeping. And I hear go by, and it woke me up, and I look up, and it's a transfer truck just hauling balls past us. And I was like, I'm looking, I'm like, it's a transfer truck. And I turn and I look at him, and he's like, yes. 2 hands on the wheel, head in his lap. And I don't remember if I looked at the speedometer to see how fast we was going, but that transfer truck almost sucked the headlights out of that Impala. So we wasn't going very fast, and we were in the fast lane. He was in the fast lane going that slow because that truck was right here by me. Whoa, And I looked up and I looked over, and I hit him. Wow! I said, Dave, wake up! And he said, we'll pull over here in a minute and change uniforms. I said, no, you're pulling over right now, dude. You're asleep. Pull over. And we pulled over on the side of the interstate and swapped drivers, and I guess he just went right out. I don't remember that. The rest of that night's almost a blur because we stopped at Lenore City and swapped drivers again, and then at Loudon, and then at the end of our road that we both live on. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know where we were at in the switching drivers, but I'm pretty sure I had to get out at his house and get in the driver's seat to go to my house, which was, I could almost throw a rock, you know.
Well, when we went up there, the last time me and Dave went, well, the only time I went with Dave, I think we got the tickets from you now that you say that.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure I was probably with you.
We may have been. I don't remember. But anyways, I do remember Dave because he, you know, when Dave goes to the drag strip, like I'm over there, like I'm holding my ears, you know, I'm doing all the stuff, you know, but he ain't doing this, you know. He's up there at the fence with a Top Fuel, you know.
You got to hold your ears to Top Fuel. The rest of them, I don't care.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, none of them. I mean, and he ain't batting an eye.
Just sitting there, ears bleeding.
Yeah. Anyways, you know, like you said, everybody's there, and he's got a red shirt on. I can't remember. Make America great. Make racing great again. Is what it was.
Like a Make America
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Make
yeah.
racing great again. Okay.
And he takes. And he's got, somehow, I don't know where he wound up, he got a marker from somebody, and he kept it. He kept the marker. Somebody was signing autographs or something, and he asked to use their pen, their marker, and he just kept their marker the last time we went through. And I remember there's this girl. She was a pretty, I don't know, may have been, is it Danica? Is it Danica or something like that?
Danica Patrick is a race car, or like a round
She's
track
NASCAR.
driver.
She's NASCAR, but I think she's in drag racing too. Maybe it wasn't.
You've got all the like Ashley Force, all the Force daughters.
Well, it was a pretty drag.
Anyway,
racing.
whatever.
Yeah,
Maybe she.
pretty
I don't
drag
know. I don't
racing.
keep up with
Well,
it.
there's a line, just of course.
Yeah.
Young, old guys, you know, they're all wanting their pictures, and Dave's like, "Let's go get our picture with her." And I was like, "Dave, that line's going to be 30, 40 minutes. You know, we got the races are fixing to start. You know, like right now they're starting. We ain't gonna wait." He goes straight to the front of the line. I kid you not, and I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. I thought we was gonna get in a fight. He goes right up to the front of the line. There's not like a rope roping anybody off. They're just, you can tell there is a line right there. He goes right up, gets right up in there. I mean, and just nudges his way in there. Say nothing to nobody. Gets in line and there's like two people and Dave now. And I looked at him and he's like, he gives me this big grin, like, you know, just like he just won a prize. You know?
Yeah.
She gets up there and he takes his Matt, take our picture, you know, and I'm looking like the guy a jerk too, because there's 40 people sitting there waiting to get it, and I'm like, oh gosh, you know, and I pull my phone out and I'm like, okay. And I told Dave, I said, you can't do that again, man. We're gonna get in a fight or get thrown out of this place. Oh, I do it all the time. Don't worry about it. The next one we went to, same thing, but they wouldn't have near as many people.
Yeah.
Went straight to the front of the line.
Wow.
Yeah, just nudged his way right in there, and he had his little marker. You signed my shirt.
That's a Jimmy mentality. That's what that is. I'll tell you a story about something like that. We were out in Las Vegas, and we went to the Golden Knights hockey game out there. And if nobody's ever been to the Golden Knights hockey game, go, because it's awesome. If you're ever out in Vegas and they're playing, go. It is great. They interact with the fans the entire time. It's awesome. Even if you're not a hockey fan, because I'm not really a hockey fan. So
I went and watched hockey one time. It's pretty cool.
yeah, you'd really like that. There's a big difference between like Ice Bears and NHL. There really is.
Right, I'm sure.
But anyway, so we're there, and it's me and Joe and Brody's there and another guy from work. So we're there. Joe goes, let's go get something to eat. I said, all right, I'll go with you. I'm hungry. I'll go with you. All right. So we turn around and we get ready to go up the steps, and it's concessions over here where we just went down and found our seats. So we know what's there. Concessions, food, whatever it is, and people, right, waiting in lines. Over here, VIP only, it says. Joe goes, let's go over there. I'm like, where? Over there. To where? Right there where it says VIP. I'm like, it says you have to have tickets to get in here. It says it right there. Well, let's just go see. We might be able to just get in there. It might be just fine. I'm like, no, you're not. It's not. I'll go with you. So I walked over there. And the guy's like, you got your tickets? I was like, no, we don't have tickets. We're just going to get us something to eat. And he's like, no, you got to have tickets to get in here. You're not going here. So we turn around. I go, what made you think that was going to work? He's like, you know how many places I've been in where I'm not supposed to be with Dad? I'm like, well, you're not him. It didn't work. But that's their mentality. It's the same thing. They just think.
They just think they can do it.
Oh, yeah. You
Just walk in.
Well, like he said, you don't know until you try. That's what he said. I'm like, well, you're right, but I really knew that wasn't going to work. Guy standing there. He said one time they were at a UT football game, and they required, used to they didn't require like kids to have tickets if they were so young. And he had his little girl with him, and Jimmy was with him too. And they got ready to go in, and it said there, now requiring, all kids have to have tickets. And Jimmy just handed that ticket to Joe. He said, y'all just go in. Y'all just go in. It's okay. He said, so I'm standing in line, and I'm watching him, and he just turns his back to everybody and keeps backing up, goes around the people and the metal detectors and everything. He's standing there waiting on us when we go through.
My God.
Like, I don't even know how it works. But, yeah.
Go in it backwards. Walk in backwards, too.
Something like that.
Almost like you're walking out, but you're walking.
Have you seen all those videos where they say you can get in anywhere with carrying a ladder? You seen those?
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
It works, too. I told the guys at work about it the other day. I was telling them, listen, I'm, if you look, they said the owner had come out and had seen him standing there. He said, we were all standing together, and we look over, and there he is standing there. I was like, what'd he say? Oh, he had us to go do this and go do that. And, I'm like, yeah, it's because you're standing around not doing nothing. You're selling him your time, and your time's worth something to him if you're there working. You need to make it, Anyway, you need to be doing something. So I said, that's going to happen every time. I said, you've got to, that's why I tell you guys is look busy. Just look busy. That's all you got to do.
Yeah,
I mean, grab a ladder and just stand out there with a ladder. And they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, okay, if I walk out there and I need some kind of like a tire repair done, and I look, and everybody out there is just sitting around, and you're carrying a ladder across the shop, like you could be going nowhere. You're just carrying a ladder. I'm going to go. I ain't asking him nothing,
Right.
and I'm going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I said, have you not seen those videos where people do that? So I showed it to him. I'm like, look at these people. They're walking in movie theaters and everywhere, just carrying ladders, and nobody says a word to them.
Yeah.
Well, one of them comes up front. He's like, hey, can you give me change for this? And I look up, and the other one's carrying a ladder through the front office. So I said, this is a decoy. So, but yeah, it's like that theory.
Yeah.
Carrying
Well,
ladders.
he goes, Dave, going back to Dave real quick. When we were out, we went to London.
You and Dave?
Me and Dave, we went to London.
Kentucky?
Kentucky, yeah.
Okay,
London,
okay,
Kentucky.
okay.
Going to another drag race. We're going to go watch the Gassers. Have you ever been to that? Gassers are awesome.
No.
Old school cars.
No.
The front end's jacked up on them, but they're all, they launch at like 12,000 RPMs, on those old cars. But anyways, we're coming back home, and it's kind of the same. It was
I think he asked me to go with you guys on that trip.
probably
and
did,
I
yeah. You did.
couldn't
He
go or
did.
something.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. But anyways, on the way back home, he's like, 'cause I drove all the way up there, and he's like, I'll drive back if you need me to. And I was like, I'm good, We waited till we wanted to see the end of the race, but it got a little rain delay and this and that, and he's over there talking. We're sitting there having a full blown conversation, and this is when he used to wear his CPAP machine.
Yeah.
But now he's got regulated, and I think he's doing a lot better, from what I understand.
You should have seen him before he had the sleep machine. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That's the story that I told.
Yeah.
This is pre.
He was just sitting there
sleep
talking.
machines.
He was just sitting there talking to me, and we were having a conversation about drag racing or something, and I was just driving along, and everything just got quiet, and I look over, and no joke, he's got his head looks so peaceful. He had his head on the seatbelt, and he's just over, just as, and his 5 seconds later, literally from like full conversation to 15 seconds later, he is over there sawing logs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way he used to be. We watch a lot of sports together. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, yeah.
But we watch all the football.
He always wants me to come to your house and watch basketball with you.
Well, you should. We watch football and basketball, but he'll be sitting there. He not anymore. Now he's much like you say regulated. He gets more sleep now than he ever did, I guess, or rests. Let's say, but that's the way it always be. He I sit in a recliner like this, and he's on a love seat. The arms right here, and he puts them feet out like that right there, and he'll sit there and watch it, and he's like, making a noise like that right there, and I'll be like, oh, he'll. He sits there and he watches it. He's back up again.
Come back to you.
Oh yeah, he's just back up again and going. But now that don't really happen anymore. It used to happen all the time.
That's hilarious.
It used to.
Yeah, I was. I remember. Do you remember when I used to do the Passion Play in the Smokies? Did you ever remember that?
Mm-hmm. Because I bought the lawnmower from the guy that played Jesus. Remember?
Yeah, but this was This was when we were in. This would have been when we were in high school. This would have been like 16. But yes, you bought the X-Mark from Jesus, but that was like probably 6 to 8 years
Later.
Yeah. Before then.
Yeah, but I knew
So
y'all did that.
this was in my Dodge Omni, the little red Dodge Omni. Mm-hmm. So this was when we were in 18? I guess I was 18. Did I have it in school? It doesn't matter. Anyways,
I think you had that. You just had that white truck. But.
Anyways, and it was in Smoky Mountain. So we're talking. That was in Townsend. So we're talking an hour and 15 to an hour and 30 from my house, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. Townsend. That's literally at Wares Valley turnoff. You would turn right at church that sits up on the hill in Townsend, right before Wares Valley, right there. And so I leave there, and Passion Play, it was over, and probably 9:30, 10 o'clock. Time you got everything done, you're looking at 10:30, leaving the place. And we played music there too, so we had to make sure all of our music gear was ready, packed up. So I get in this Dodge Omni, and I don't know how I did it. No joke to this day, I have no idea. Just by the grace of the good Lord that I made it home and didn't kill anybody. I woke up. The last thing I remember is I was coming through 321 in Maryville. So I was on 321 in Maryville, heading to Lenore City. And then I take Tellico Parkway back home.
Yeah.
And I remember I was in my driveway. I was parked with my shoes off. And my seat leaned back. And that was the last thing I remember was
321
321 in Maryville.
Yeah.
And I wake up at my mom comes out there at 1:30 on the side of the car. Freaked me out. I wake up, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think." And I immediately get out of the car and I'm going looking see if I've got. Because all I remembered was when I was in Maryville, and I'm at home in my driveway.
Wow.
And she's like, "Well, you've been sitting out here for 45 minutes." And I was like, "I don't know." I didn't tell her, and I was like, "Oh, I'm coming." I had no idea how I made it home. I have no idea.
Do you have any more of those stories? Because I got two.
I've got. Well, yeah. The other ones do you remember me wrecking my S10? I didn't wreck it bad.
No, I don't think so.
Right. This is when I was just started Matlocks. Mm-hmm. Probably, 6-8 months into it. And I was staying at the Coopers a bunch. And I left there when Pop's my uncle. I told him, I said, "Wake me up when you leave. Wake me up when you leave on Sunday evening. Wake me up when you leave." Well, he left to go work at Alcoa at 4:30. Wake me up. Okay. He woke me up. I get up. I'm going to drive home, go back home, take a shower.
Not far. That's not that far.
15 minutes at most. And, yeah, it's about 15.
From there. I'm always thinking about my drive with. Yeah. Anyway, it was.
So 15 minutes. And, anyways, we get down right at Tellico Parkway in 72. right there. And the guardrail, I guess it's the same guardrail it is today. I don't know if they've extended it or not. But from some point, right past the Tellico Parkway, I fall asleep, and I wake up to a little bit of, scraping, and I freak out, flip, and immediately I'm wide awake now, and I know I've hit something, but I'm back in the road. By the time I'm up, and I'm like halfway, and I thought I may have hit somebody, so I stop and look, and I've hit the guardrail. I've slid into the guardrail. I fell asleep, and so I went home, and I mean, it literally just rolled. It just kind of rolled the in front of my wheel up underneath it. So literally, I went home, pulled it back out, took it to McCown's. He fixed it. Was all good to go. And no, I take it back. I may have took it to Jane, but it didn't matter. I went back and looked at it where I hit it. I was within 2 foot
Of the end of it?
of the end of it,
Yeah.
dead at 55, 60 miles an hour.
Yep.
I was at like 2 foot at the end of it. I went back and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
And I was, and back then I was running at both ends. I was just dog tired, But that was that. Those two incidents absolutely freaked me out.
I had the same thing happen to me. So, in that Impala, when my papa left me when he died, so Megan's dad used to take, I think it was like some blood pressure medicine, but it made him like itch once he took it or something. So he would take it like right before bed, and he usually went to sleep like after the 11 o'clock news went off or something like that. So I needed to be gone every night by 11. Mm-hmm. So I didn't wake him up going out and getting in my truck and leaving. And, and I'd work all day, come home, take a shower, drive to Madisonville, and I'd take, it's 30 minutes over there, and then drive back home, that night. And there was one night I left, and I'd be so stinking tired because back then we worked so hard in those shops.
Yeah,
man.
we
Gave it
we
all
did.
we had.
Yeah, we did.
So we were tired when we got off at 6 o'clock, but yet we were going to stay
Well,
up
we're still
till
so
11.
young too that we still didn't go to bed till 12, 1 o'clock sometimes, and then get up and be at work.
Yeah. So I left her
6:45.
house one night, and I was in that Impala, and I'm driving, and I'm on not 72. I'm on Oak Grove, headed home. Mm-hmm. And as you get back into Loudon, there's a guardrail on the right, but there's like, I don't know, this much gravel between the guardrail and the road. And I woke up when my tires hit that gravel, and I woke up and jerked back over, and I was just like that. It was 10 more foot back, and it had been the front of the guardrail. Mm-hmm. Of course, I didn't hit nothing, and that, I woke up that time and drove home to the house.
Wide awake.
Oh, yeah, I was fine. Went to bed, went to sleep. Another time is I was in my F-250, and I was headed home, and it was, I don't know what time it was, but it was late. And I'm headed home, and up there, coming up to where my house is, up that hill, I fell asleep.
Golly, on that right there in front of your house.
Well, my papa lived there, and I'm up the hill at my mom's, my mom and dad's, but I fell asleep right there, and I woke up just right before I went through his fence.
So you done
I got
at the top of the hill.
Yeah, I'd passed the stop sign. I got that close to the house, I was probably just so relieved, like, oh, I'm almost home, and then I just went to sleep. And when I woke up, I woke up, and there's my fence today, Whew, I jerked that truck and, missed the fence and went on up to the house. And when I got up to the house, I'm like, oh, I'm just so sleepy. I just can't. And I pull up. I don't remember the time lapse it was, but I woke up so long afterwards, truck running in neutral, my foot on the brake still, just asleep in my truck. Yeah. I don't know if I slept there for like 30 minutes or
5 minutes, right?
Yeah, I don't know how long it was. But I woke up with, in my straight shift with it in neutral and my foot on the brake asleep. Yeah. I mean, heck, I could have just had that foot slip off a brake. I'm laid back and I go down the driveway. It could have easily happened. So, yeah, something real similar to yours there with the guardrail.
That was.
But that's the only times. Other than that, I've had somebody with me who could maintain, and it wasn't Dave.
Yeah, right, yeah. It was. I don't know. It's crazy because I'm older now. You think it would be worse, falling asleep at the wheel and stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually a lot better than I was then. I don't know if it was because we were running so hard and trying to do so much all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd lay down there at my house and fix cars until 2:00 in the morning, get up and go to work,
Yeah.
however we did
I think it's different now just because you have more responsibility. 9 times out of 10, if you're driving now and it's late, you probably got everybody in the car with you too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So you have more to be responsible for. So it's probably got something to do with that, I'd say.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
I tell you, Dave didn't care who's in that car with him. He was out. That was an eerie feeling, man. A transfer truck waking you up.
Ripping by you.
Oh yeah, it was just a blur.
Yeah.
Transfer truck was. Dave's over there in park in the fast lane, pretty much. Just head in his lap, man. I mean, he's sitting there, both hands on the wheel, just head down like below his arms, like he was done for. Done for. But he never come out of that lane. He was
love
straight.
Dave. That's awesome.
He was straight. So we're lucky to be alive, basically.
Both of us are.
A lot
Many
could have
little
happened.
instances there.
So we were lucky to be alive.
Lucky to be alive.
Lucky.
That's yeah.
It's a million wonders we're doing this podcast right now.
Yeah. But well, thank you guys for tuning back in with us. Like, share, subscribe, and catch us next Monday. We'll be doing it again for you. Have a good one, guys.
Tell some people about the second floor. Thanks.